Good morning. It's Monday morning, and thankfully my husband actually was off of work today, so we have had a really nice extended vacation because we had our vacation and then we came back to a weekend, and then obviously he's off today, so that was really nice. So he took the girls to school. I'm just here with the boys having some, well, one's awake, one's asleep, and I am having a hard time getting back into like the morning routine. I don't know. You know, it's so cliche to say like you need a vacation from your vacation, but maybe just because I'm like a creature of habit. I love being home. I love my own routine, and I don't know, it's been kind of hard getting back into it. So today's like a soft start back to the real world, real week. So he took them to school. I'm just gonna do some tidying around the house. There's just like things everywhere, and it's just, they all need to be put away. I got up this morning. I planned to get up early and I set my alarm. I got up. I finished posting my video for this morning, and my plan was to be up for the day, but I was just so tired, and so I just did my video, did my thumbnail, and I went back in bed for only like a half hour or so. But now I'm drinking my athletic greens, trying to get back into my healthy routines of just not eating anything and everything all vacation long. I need some balance back in my life before we head into the holiday season, of course. So I'm gonna do a little tidying, do some laundry, and then when Dan gets back, we'll do like breakfast together. These are the two books that Dan grabbed for me at the library. There was a third one that I asked him to look for. He said he couldn't find it, but that's fine. If I read both of these in this month, that would be a huge accomplishment. So this one is actually A Christmas Crime Story. This was written a long time ago. I don't know if it says exactly. I mean, the author lived from 1883 to 1955. So it is an older story that was written in the 30s. And they reprinted it because it was so popular that they, you know, wanted to republish it again. And then this one is a more modern story, I think, actually. It was written, or rather, it's set in 1860. So it's a story that was written recently, but set, obviously, in a later time. Christmas Bells. So those are my two hopeful reads. I mean, that's pretty ambitious, but we'll see. Quick pick-me-up. Now I just have a couple things on the dining room table that need to be put away. These are our Christmas cards that I filled out yesterday. I did about half, I'd say, maybe a little more than half. And I saved some to give to neighbors when we do our neighbor gifts, and then also some that may come in that I would like to send one out to. And then a couple of Amazon returns. I'm so bummed about these because it's different sizing than US. I ordered the wrong size, so I just need to exchange those. This was another Amazon purchase that just came in that I need to do something with. So this is a urethane that is waterproof, and I'm actually going to use it to seal this plaque. This is something that we made, or had made, for my dad for his birthday, and it's wood, so we want to seal it because it's going to be hung on his garden gate outside of his large garden that we all are so blessed by. And I found this quote just a couple months ago, and as soon as I read it, I loved it. So I thought that would be so beautiful to put on a plaque and have outside of the garden. But we do need to seal it because we want it to obviously hold up for years and years. And I did use an Etsy shop, or I found an Etsy shop that does these, so I can link to them if that's something you're interested in. It came really quickly. I don't know as far as like Christmas shipping, if it would come in time for Christmas, but I'll just throw it out there anyways in case anyone's interested. I have no affiliation with them, just something that I found and really loved the quality of. So that is another project to wrap up. I just did a quick kitchen tidy, looking much better. Of course, other projects still yet to be done. And I was just filling out my Christmas planner, which I'm so excited to finally be able to use the daily pages. So there has been like monthly overview calendars that I heavily use. You can see my November planning so that I could get everything done before we left for vacation. And then onto December plans. And now there are daily sheets for the 25 days of Christmas. So I'm just filling out my Monday, just starting to do kind of a brain dump because I just have a lot that I would like to get done. In the grand scheme of things, not very important things like decorating and collecting garland, you know, foraging for clippings and putting ribbons on my tree, just all the fun, beautiful things that I enjoy that just fill my cup at Christmas. I honestly was thinking last night, I was looking around our house, I'm like, our tree is beautiful, we have our stockings up, like, could I just leave it like this and be happy? Because if I could, I would, but I want to go a little bit further. I want to add these things, and we still have time. I don't know why I'm like putting this needless pressure on myself. It'll get done when it gets done. And also, like, you know, wrapping presents. I've done some wrapping, but I definitely need to do more. I'm pretty sure that I'm done gift shopping, but I also need to double check that, just make sure that I have everything for everybody. So that is something else I need to get out of my brain. We also do a Christmas gift exchange with my siblings, like a Secret Santa. So I do have to get a gift for a sibling, and then we have some other gifts to get. But the majority has been purchased. All the stockings have been purchased, you know, stocking stuffers, but I like to wrap all that. I'd also like to make like a bucket list, which is also here in this planner, at least the space to fill out a bucket list. So I would like to do that and actually write things down that we would like to do. Oh, there it is. So bucket list, I want to fill in, and the December habit tracker is also a really good thing. Like, you know, drink 100 ounces of water, or, you know, read 2 books, or like things like that, or read for 15 minutes and you could check it off, or like, you know, do my Bible study and check that off. You know, just different things you can track. And then I did put a spot, reward yourself, if that is so motivating for you. And then the cleaning schedule is still in here as well, that I, again, since we've been back, I haven't been so great on like doing it each day, but we'll get back there. I'm not too worried about it. We're just focusing on the week ahead. So we're doing a family breakfast here. I have my Monday morning cup of coffee, which is huge because I overfilled Dan's cup. And then I just added a little bit to mine to give him some space. And the pumpkin muffin, and then my eggs and cheese. I think we're gonna watch someone's Vlogmas. All right, we're all cleaned up from breakfast. Kitchen is tidied. So we are all kind of getting bundled up. We're gonna go outside. It was really cold this morning. It was only in the 20s, but it's a little warmer now. At least the sun is up. And we're gonna go do some foraging to find the greens. I would love to find like a little pine tree. Sometimes in our woods, you know, the pine, you know, seeds or whatever, pine cones will start to sprout little trees, and I'm gonna see if I can find one and dig it up. So we'll see what we can find, but definitely the greenery. And I'm just gonna bring the wagon with us and bundle the boys up, and we're gonna go see what we can find. All right, so these are all the little trees I was mentioning. Some of them are pretty small. There's a cute little white pine one here. But I almost feel bad cutting that one down. And this one, the ornaments don't hang very well on it. But there's a bunch of these little pine trees. What do you see? Look at that cute little baby one. We'll just leave that one to grow. That's a good one there. There's all of these cute little ones. I mean, I don't know what the likelihood is that these are gonna survive and grow really big. There's one over here. Ah, so many thorns. That's a good one too, right there. Pretty good selection so far, but I want to find some more that have like the berries still on it, like the juniper. All right, so I have a good amount, a good variety. This is the juniper I was talking about. It has like some little berries on it. I think it's juniper. And then all of this magnolia, this beautiful magnolia, was for my brother. All right, so here's my little pine tree that I found. And it's a little, I don't know, it's a little brown. It's not as vibrant green as I'd like. Maybe I'll trim off some of these, but it looks natural. So I found this little planter that I already had and a piece of floral foam. So my plan is to stick it in there so I can actually water it and hopefully keep it as green as possible throughout the Christmas season. But it's cute. I'll put it in and I'll show you. All right, so I'm not gonna bring in all the greenery just yet. I'll probably work on that during nap time, I'm thinking. We did get a call from the window people. They said they'd be here between 11 and 1, and it's just after 11 now. I think it's like 11:30. So they're gonna come like any minute. So I just did a quick like vacuum. I tidied the living room, but I want to also pull the couch out and just do a quick vacuum behind it because he's gonna have to pull it out anyways. And then Dan's working on hanging back up this window blind that was on this window that we took off and haven't put back. We haven't put back a lot of them, and I didn't even caulk and paint this one yet, but he's home, so we're just gonna try to get that done. All right, so I set up this tree. I think it looks adorable. And I filled the base with sand and water and that floral foam to keep it sturdy. But it kind of has a very strong pine scent. And every time we walk by, we're kind of like, this is a little overpowering. So for as adorable as I think it is, it's so cute. So cute. I don't know, maybe I'll put it out in the sunroom. Then I can still kind of see it and enjoy it, but I don't have to smell it. And it's funny because I bring in fresh pine every year to the house and I never have a problem with like the smell being too overpowering. And granted, there's different types of pine and evergreen and cedar. Like, I don't know, quite know what the difference is of each of them. So it's kind of a bummer, but again, if I put it in the sunroom, we can still see it from the house because I have these really adorable little vintage ornaments that would just look so cute on it. So maybe I'll just do that. I'll put it out here. Yeah.
Give me a little screw.
What kind of screw? Oh. Are you helping Daddy?
I'm going to put this back in the leg.
Looks good. And this is good because I can still get in here to caulk it. It didn't like cover it or anything. So that's easy enough. We didn't replace this piece like we did in the kitchen, so it's still white. It just needs to be recalked and painted. So that took him like 5 minutes total to do, not even, like 30 seconds. But I'm noticing that all my silver, I polished it a couple months ago, and look, it's so crazy how dark it gets, right? I know, it turns like purpley blue. So this one obviously is not real silver, but I need to get out my polish. I like it when it's, I know, I like it when it's a little bit tarnished.
Why is it on the top though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Around, would it even out?
I don't know if it's just the lighting because they're leaning. Maybe they are. Just as tarnished. Oh no, you're right. It's kind of more blue. That is weird.
Why is it on one side?
I don't know. Maybe the way the sun or heat? Yeah, I don't know. I like it slightly tarnished, but this is it's a little too dark.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. He's gonna take out the old window, or the new window, put in an even newer one. All right, window is replaced. Looks awesome. He was very quick. While he was working on that, I polished up all my silver. I just used this Wright's silver cream. Works perfectly every time. And like I said, this is like very shiny for me. I actually prefer like a couple weeks worth of tarnish, but that's okay. It's still gonna look great. I'm gonna put it back up. I think about changing these sometimes. But yeah, doing something different, but I can't think of anything I'd like better. Okie dokie. For lunch, I'm gonna go back to an old favorite that I actually used to have for breakfast all the time in the winter last year. So it's sort of like an oatmeal type food, but there is actually no oats in it, so it's like a low carb thing. And it's from Autumn Bates YouTube channel, so if you want to check it out. And this is the recipe. I've gotten people asking me about it like a ton, and I always link to her because this is her recipe. But basically it's chia, hemp, and flax seeds, which I found those all three together at my Walmart. And then it calls for almond flour, some unsweetened plant milk of some kind, and then Greek yogurt, like whole plain Greek yogurt. And it just makes a really thick, sort of like an oatmeal, nice warm meal for a breakfast or lunch. And there it is finished. It gets a little bit thicker as it sits because the chia and everything makes it thicker. And I really love it with the toasted coconut flakes on top. I just don't have any, so I just put a few pecans. All right, we're back home from school, and I'm gonna make a coffee. They're doing like, you know, after school snacks.
Mommy,
Yeah?
do I have to have this?
No, just pick one, whatever one you want. I started thawing earlier some of, you know, another dinner that I had made and frozen. This is the hearty chicken soup, and I'm probably going to make some rice to have along with it. And I have to say, it's only been 2 days, but having these freezer meals is just like the best thing ever. I really should do this more, but definitely something that I could do in like November's leading up to Christmas, just to, you know, give myself some extra time, because I really want to make some garland. We collected all that greenery outside. I don't know if you saw it. And we have all the magnolia too in Daddy's trunk, so.
Mommy, there's no...
But I need to, I'm gonna make a coffee. I'm gonna finish editing my video for tomorrow since Jan is home. You know, it's nice to have an extra set of hands. Our family that stayed here while we were away made some cookies, some like oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, and left them in the fridge. So I'm gonna enjoy that with my coffee. I just put a little cinnamon in there and a little vanilla extract and a little bit of heavy cream. And it's so good. And I'm just loving my big mug. It's great to have a big mug again. All right, it's only 5:20, but we have been eating dinner a little bit earlier. Just with it being so dark so early, it just feels like dinner time. So this is the hearty stew that I made. It's got chicken, tons of veggies, lentils, sweet potatoes, lots of good stuff in there. And then I'm just making some rice really quick that I'm just gonna pop the lid on. And then we just warmed up some leftovers from last night's dinner. This is not the right lid, but it'll do. All right, kitchen is cleaned up and put to bed, and kids are mostly in bed. We have one still up. We did kind of an earlier bedtime, but I've just been drinking some tea, some Lady Grey decaf, and I did pull out my sourdough. It's been a few weeks since I've used it, so I'm just pulling it out, letting it come to room temperature, and then I'm gonna feed it. I'd like to make something with it, bread or something else tomorrow. Kids' lunches are half packed. The cold stuff is in the refrigerator. But otherwise, we're gonna run the dishwasher in a little bit, and then the kitchen's closed. So this is what I wanna work on tonight. Look at this gigantic mountain of magnolia. It's a beautiful thing. My brother tied it up with some string. So I just need to, I don't know if I'm gonna untie or just pull out what I need. But I wanna go ahead and make the garland for our built-ins up there. So I just need to get my floral wire and get to it. All right, so as far as I'm gonna get tonight, I sort of pulled out the magnolia that I want to use to make the garland, but I am honestly so tired. So I'm going to just hop in the shower and go to bed. It is only like 8:30, but I don't know, Dan and I both are just like wiped. So I'm gonna just do that. I'll worry about this tomorrow. I do have a busier day tomorrow that I'll be out of the house. So we'll just have to see when it all gets done. But I definitely could stay up and push myself to do it, but I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy the process. So I'll just put it off for another day. It really goes pretty quick. So hopefully tomorrow I can get around to it. So I'm just gonna end this vlog here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.